Hello everybody, this is LIGHTSTAR and welcome to my channel. I am very excited to share with you a message that has been channeled through myself from Ascended Master Hilarion. This channeling has also been published in the Predictions 2020 and Beyond issue of the Sedona Journal of Emergence in the annual Predictions issue. You can also go back and visit my channel to look at some of the past channelings that have happened over the past several years. And these channelings are also published in the Sedona Journal of Emergence. I would also like to make a note just about the term that we use of predictions. In these channelings that comes forth from the higher realms, they are bringing forth information that are possibilities and are not to be set in stone or looked at as like Madame Zorba looking into a crystal ball, as that is not the type of predictions that comes through myself or my energy field. Rather, we are looking at the reflections of the consciousness that is coming in and the energies and the patterns that are setting itself up for us as we move forward into our spiritual growth within this coming year. And also to keep in mind that we are the ones that make the choices. We are the ones as a collective that make the choice overall to shift into one pattern or another. So this channeling is meant to provide inspiration and empowerment for all so that we can make the best choices possible that lead in the direction of love, joy, peace, and compassion. So let's begin with the channeling. The title for this particular message for 2020 is Advanced Frequencies and Rapid Manifestation by Ascended Master Hilarion through LIGHTSTAR. Greetings, beloved light beings. It is with great respect and love that I share this moment with you all to bring forth insights for your upcoming year ahead. First, I would like to acknowledge every one of you for the beauty that unfolds within the heart and soul of your very core matrix. You are all truly a gift. It is so. As we reflect on this past year, we recognize the tremendous spiritual and personal growth that has occurred in the areas of creativity and disclosure. We acknowledge you all for the expansion that has taken place. So many creative ideas have risen to the surface in a variety of sectors on your precious jewel of Terra. It is an exciting time indeed. Take the bull by the horns. There are overtures of potent energies for 2020 as the frequencies most in effect are higher in refinement and will affect the collective even more than previous years. This means 2020 will have a particular importance for the spiritual evolution and advancement. Everyone on the planet will experience enhanced soul connections. The overall vibrational frequency and sequencing holds a strong inspirational flair for humans to rise to a higher level and more ascended status, if you will. As an influx of creative solutions, ideas, and projects surfaced in 2019, now in 2020 comes the opportunity to witness the implementation of these vitally important new keys. It is time to set the grounded foundations for all new projects, relationships, and partnerships and infuse them with a more refined template of genuine energies of the higher heart. This means that ideas and projects implemented within this year have the potential to raise consciousness in a huge capacity. You will all have the opportunity to grow exponentially this year. There will be more of an emphasis in 2020 to As your human expression states, take the bull by the horns. Rather than just thinking about ideas, having concepts swirl around in the etheric realms, or visualize your creative projects, you will lay down solid foundations this year to actually manifest those projects, ideas, and creativity into something workable. I do not just mean manifestations limited to a tangible form, but there will be possibilities to manifest an exalted state of excellence, as many of you will step forward into a higher level of mastery of your manifestations. It will be a time to rebuild, restructure, and reorganize. It's one of the greatest times to gain insights to increase awareness and clarity about what needs to occur for your personal and globally based projects to become realities. So right now, think about any creative ideas, projects, or initiatives that you have discovered, initiated, or been involved with that sprang forth in 2019. Now focus on the energies surrounding this project or initiative. Ask yourself these questions. What is the energetic backbone of this project? What needs to shift or change with it now? Is this project resonating at a high frequency? If not, what is required to raise the frequency? This type of inquiry will be necessary for all of you to review in your personal lives as well as on a global scale. Personal and intimate relationships of all kinds also fall under this type of higher frequency processing. It is beneficial in this year for many of you to ask deeper questions about what is required in your personal relationships in order to raise the level of communication, acceptance, and love for one another. The focus will be on what is best for the good of all involved, not just from the perspective of personal gain. As this concept might have been a noble thought or goal in the past, this will now become a vital focus. In short, whatever frequency you emanate in this coming year will be indicative of how you will fare energetically in the following year. So choose your perceptions and behaviors in your life wisely. Make an effort to raise the frequency in all areas of your life. This includes all your interactions with your brothers and your sisters in this inspirational and highly energetic year ahead. There is a shift from the solo. Group dynamics was a focus of expansion in 2019, and as many of you began to collaborate, communicate, and connect with other like-minded people to align with your projects and anchor a new level of community. For some of you, this process was easy, while others had more difficulty with the concepts of merging into group energy. It was a unique energetic experience for many of you who stepped forward into the arena of group consciousness. Before this time, the go it alone principle was in effect, and many of you chose to do everything solo. A shift began towards co-creation with others. These were initial steps forward into having humanity experience more unity consciousness. As with all things in the initial journey, it can feel like driving on a bumpy road. Most of you are not comfortable with experiencing what this concept of unity really means. To be truly immersed in unity requires the egoic self to take a back seat. This is not always easy for humanity. However, the energies of 2020 will inspire people, such as group leaders who had some challenges with bridging group endeavors successfully. You are being asked to view your situations from a higher vantage point. Realize that cooperation in conversation with love at the helm is the key to building a higher template of harmonious group energetics. Cohesiveness is required for group energies to thrive, flourish, and operate from the highest levels of love. Group energies are unique in that the project and initiatives driving these groups must all be at a certain level of alignment with each other. If you have 5 musical notes playing simultaneously, they must all be in a level of harmony with one another. Otherwise, the expression of these notes will create discordant tones that can cause sensations of discomfort, frustration, and even anger in some cases. Each note represents an individual person playing his or her own personal note. The note that each individual plays can change at will, so it will be the responsibility of all to shift their notes so that all the foundational energies play well together in a group setting. This will be a central theme for the coming year: how to learn to work together more as a cohesive and harmonious group, rather than individual discordant notes playing together with agitation and frustration. Rise above the chaos. Disclosure has been dripping like a leaky faucet on your planet. You cannot understand what is not working if you cannot see it, so it must first be revealed. Allowing what is trapped in the global subconscious to break through into conscious awareness is key. This revealing process has occurred for a number of years, and your collective consciousness has driven this process. You are all growing in consciousness very rapidly. With this progress comes remembering your expanded levels of consciousness, which are an integral part of you. Within the political and governmental sectors, the emphasis for 2020 will focus on heightened levels of disclosure in sensitive areas that reveal truths about where your consciousness has been in the past and the need for change. While this has already been in progress for many years, more occurs this year. The lower vibrational way that you have dealt with global systems is quickly beginning to display a breakdown, chinks in the armor, if you will. Opportunities will arise for new systems and better ways of handling governmental organization. Not everyone will agree on these solutions, but the ideas will surface. However, many of the ideas will not be implemented until 2021 and beyond. But even so, you will still see them beginning to formulate in 2020. These ideas and reforms of the global leaders will affect the whole on a consciousness level. Although situations may feel chaotic while leaders go back and forth with one another, remember, this is only emulating what is within the collective consciousness, which tends to behave and react from a fear-based state. If you do not succumb to fearful thinking, shifts in the outer experience will be much easier for you to digest. The best way to shift into the higher perspectives regarding all the atrocities in life that you see, read, witness, or experience is to know that you are having a human experience here on Terra, but your soul is greater than your three-dimensional experience. You are able to rise above all the chaos in your life, including what happens in the world at every given moment. Some of you have incarnated here to bear witness to the states of consciousness, track the various shifts that occur year after year, and gather information about the human experience. Some of you came here to actively participate in the shifts that are going to take place in your governmental, political, and social sectors. Nevertheless, whatever your role here, it will be important for you to remember not to judge one another so harshly and respect everyone's unique soul mission and lessons. Therefore, if you understand true honor and acceptance from a soul level, you can witness all the events, transitions, chaotic decisions, and changes that will occur this year with the highest vantage point of the ascension evolutionary process. Then, and only then, can you see and better understand all the chess pieces on the table without harshly judging or criticizing others. All the various chess pieces are displayed as a template on Terra, accordingly and in their respective places. They all choose to experience their next move with free will. Embrace the higher self. In 2019, there was an upsurge of awakening consciousness to what is termed your higher self. This concept is not new to the spiritual communities. However, many were not as clear as to what this really meant. There was an awareness energy that spread across Terra that helped you to awaken and become aware of a specific connection that resides within and connects directly to your higher self, the communication vehicle between the soul and the human aspect. Higher self-awareness will grow in 2020, and there will be more tangible connection establishing itself whereby the decisions that you normally make will come from this higher connection with your soul. You will be prompted to make soul decisions rather than human decisions. This shift in consciousness is a major evolutionary advancement in your spiritual progression. The soul is always there as you, in you. Many of you feel disconnected to what it truly means to be in connection with your soul. People that are still unconscious, asleep, and stuck in the third dimensional realities will have increased opportunities this coming year to awaken to the truth of who they are. Many of you in touch with your soul will have opportunities to teach and activate others by your own example. For those who have felt the higher self connection energies that came in 2019, you will have opportunities to further integrate and gain mastery over the communication processes. No longer will there be separation from source energies, and the soul, as you realize now that you are your soul and your higher self, will drop into your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies more deeply. The higher self chooses love above all else, and it is motivated to have experiences that perhaps your human and egoic self does not want to experience. However, your higher self is fearless, limitless, and does not make choices from scarcity, lack, doubt, insecurity, and fear. How would your life be different today, right now, in this very moment, if you were to fully understand how to live in full connection with your higher self here on the planet? What if you faced every decision with one question? What would love do? How would this change the direction of your thoughts, behavior, and actions? These are the alignment templates of the higher self. These are the types of upgrades to be initiated within the 2020 energies. Basking in entrepreneurship and corporate upgrades. The evolution of the entrepreneurial spirit will also get an upgrade for 2020. In this time of reawakening on Terra, employees are growing more dissatisfied within the corporate structures of confinement and limitation. The worker bee mentality is old paradigm thinking and needs to shift, such as the way heads of corporations treat employees. Employees who choose to work within the confines of a corporate structure are growing in their understanding that they are the lifeblood of these companies. This consideration paves the way for a new level of worthiness and respect for company workers in general. In the wake of an influx of high-frequency cosmic awareness, 2020 energies will herald in much support for a new level of respect for others. This permeates corporate communities. More companies will adopt a variety of holistic care woven into their employee benefit plans. Some companies will choose to engage in daily meditations, yoga classes, motivational speakers, gym memberships, qigong, and a variety of other upgrades. This level of care will be designed to benefit the workers and provide a level of respect for them, the lifeblood of these companies. An introduction of soulality is making its way into corporations, not individuality, not religion or even spirituality per se, but soulality, a much more deep honoring at the soul level of each employee. Not every company will adopt this new vision of soulality in 2020. Many will, at the very least, be inspired by fresh ideas and be more open to various collaborations with other companies to incentivize their employees. For those who have chosen to move out of the corporate structure and branch out on their own 2 feet into entrepreneurship, you will feel a nudge to launch your greatest endeavors this year. You, who are the wayshowers, path makers, and innovators, have embraced your solo career mission and purpose and will experience a renewed sense of inner fulfillment and inspirational alignment with your soul's purpose. It will be a great opportunity to launch that book, market that music project, sell those paintings, promote your new product, and move forward on that inspired idea to solve a problem for this world. Whether you have resurrected old ideas or wiped the slate clean and started over, it matters not. You will want to embrace and launch something new that holds a higher vision and energy than what you have been familiar with in the past. This may also stretch you out of your comfort zone. Do not hold back this time. Refrain from shying away because you feel your product, service, or idea may not be well enough received in your view. If you wish to rebuild with a solid foundation, then you must first identify, dissolve, and remove any weeds of harm in your template that are not functioning at their highest capacity. Once you have gone to the level of dissecting what has not been working or figure out what has outworn its welcome in your business, it is a new moment in time to re-emerge with innovative ideas, a fresh outlook, and a higher vibration. This will be an optimal time to embrace your products and services and move forward with momentum. Expect some results in 2020. I emphasize the importance of holding your visions and dreams throughout this year with great excitement for manifestations and magnetizations for realities of the future. You have all made great strides to shift old patterns of limitation or break free of looping in those old patterns. But for those who feel challenged with repeating issues, please know that you have such great love and respect in the spirit realms. We know your trials, your challenges, and your pain. However, we also know that you are able to truly harness the higher frequencies and perspectives of the higher heart that shower on you in every moment. Breathe this in deeply. Allow it to circulate throughout your body, mind, and spirit. And by doing so, you cannot help but see your limitations and pitfalls in a much more exalted light. To make the best of these higher and more refined frequencies this year will require a greater form of discipline and responsibility on your part in order to see the past obstacles, or better still, be able to transform these obstacles into opportunities. We send you all so much love and respect for hearing the call of service to humanity to raise the frequency of the planet and beyond. From the higher realms, we send you peace, bliss, joy, and harmony. Be love. Hilarion.